banker to banker operators any nipa dodo a won share NLA ase no won enkomo no akoye bibi bebre ti awie ebugina NLA na yegina banker to banker operators plus other agencies no na yedi nkomo na afi yatenetene enema bi anase amanti ase so atima ye adwuma privilege awie your lawyer Gary NIMAKO ewan say or no na ye board chair for NLA lawyer akwaba
omahene mejoso na dey say
Nyame adumboko just that after me ma share me training as na also ja work no campus.
Menya isa na na say tutu akra.
Okay.
Na e be chance ni manimu ya.
Okay.
So say fit. Na etimi enya hode the elections.
Yeah. You didn't come say bia na count down to election makai oni ampofo aje ni
me yakaba.
Exactly. Mo pem so a say yen ko fi yete ya you didn't come ama. So my making cat enough Indian common answer. The Ghana Lotto Operators Association is calling on all its members, the Concerned Lotto Agents Association of Ghana, and all Lotto operators in Ghana to a crucial meeting to discuss licensing issues with NLA. It's Tuesday, 13th of August, 2024, 10 a.m. and it's Tank Palace Hotel, Roman Ridge. All must make it a point to attend in the interest of our business. Sir Jumakui, the Ghana Lotto Operators Association, and Omofre on Omo members, Concerned Lotto Agents Association of Ghana, Clark, Sir Onimishi Nisa and Komaba. Maminika Musache, these associations, this association, Lotto Operators, Monomajuma.
Oyeni momo
na
many can chow you mean chow jet for you way ayeni momo so we association for omo come home say we association of private lotto operators. You know them? Yes, we know them. Na my man can say e din kan no me wa ha me name me acting director league of NLA Crystal Asayek on the team in
Women Empowerment,
yes. So a lawyer Niku Dama, we're acting director Liga or NLA. Oba lawyer Niku Dam. Wow, happening now. I say, and the channel say, one penny go for do. I did the crater Emma Vinny Penny and that's antidote too from Remy. I mean, Free Gaming Commission of Ghana. I'm your butcher man. I mean, call NLA. And quite watch effective 11th of March
EKOSIISEN on 2024 FM.
Mr. Kratano, man, Nasho, between a more at the call and NLA. Me call ya and check. And now I a call bonity at the Krata Breme. Say, Mama Kwaba, congratulations, Mama Kwaba. Nama ba, percent when we share. Na mo esime how mo NLA ho no o mo ne meka ho asem dwindwen ho as a new board chairman and I'm say oh okay asem papa me kura me wo gaming commission no e ko bi ani e friend no gasbo o mo ye ku a mo ka ho bom e wo gasbo ho a o mo nyina ye friends sports betting association for no o mo nyina ka bom ko a mo so no mo ye adwuma a me baaye no me tie committee for joint committee na ye committee any board no any it is also all the time juma all the time just in the interest of the operators sport bet operators in Ghana nti me nya lete no na me so womra nti me na me DG Mira Samioku ana I think one board member was show and he share omunyina baaye na ja me mo kwa ba
EKOSIISEN
no show na dey yes na ha mo kwa so ne say edi kwa so wie no mo ka so o mo ha ba ko ne say o mo ni license o mo dey adwuma ba ko so ne say o mo commission tutua no commission no wo soro dodo ba ko so ne say enam say illegal for bebe o mo ni ti no mo adwuma no ha adwun akra ese bebe no mo ka kire me anam so wonya abotre ma be ye betu ebo ase na ye din sa wo so na mutually de be ya be mama dwuma be ko so no na so de be ya regulators no in place in the industry yet mi aye na nya me guide mako ma ba be go bi adwuma ma ba no be hwe se onyo be ko so na mum industry no be sanitize. So the be ya. I know my so industry no e be free.
We are cause sanitizer.
Sanitizing say the industry is not sanitized.
All these years.
It is not sanitized because industry no illegal food be they are about almost 80 to 90%.
And they've been operating.
Yes. And I'll be blunt here. And let's make progress on this matter. So because I know even they are even paying commissions over 40%. Also, they can all get market for themselves. Yes, you be a Jojo, no, okay, Sadia. Yeah, man, I'm not 25% by consensus. By consensus of all the operators. Now, by that effect, you know, it means say NLA, which is paying 20%, you know, must also pay 25% to be at par with all of them. The commission 25%. And I say, okay, Sadia, I get to. And don't you know, I want the Omonco. Now, I ever draw a roadmap. Come for sure when you're license. No, no, you know, that's it. And I'm sure I call you. I need a fair board meeting. I quite am so board members. Many and penny for in Asia. Now, their major concern was their license. Now, somebody say, will be a one license there. Make cry no, I say, aiming. They say, let us see a mutual a public money. Oh, my honey, a public money. Me no me and Nicochaloto. Now, Udia, or Mochio. They say, who didn't say in Chiawa? Hey, now, Bako. So, call NLA, acquire reports. Who buy the bear reports who are the only license or by NLA. So, they are not regulated.
EKOSIISEN.
And you know, say, I was a move in the state in which they are. NLA as a board no must take a serious look at this particular matter and correct what has happened. Under my watch, but
that's the interest. So all these years, no, now, again, how are they operating? They are not more.
Unfortunately, I don't want to go back too much, but unfortunately, the fact of the matter is that they didn't have any license. In fact, what they were even times I've even seen some paper that they call license, which paper cannot be called license in the sense that a license is signed by the board.
But that's where we need a bit of clarification education.
Okay.
If they say Yanti and once here, okay, say all these years they've been operating without a license, they'll be tell because hey.
They say some of them
Yeah.
who appear to be having some paper which they call license. Paper or document which they call license, and in fact has no force in law.
Na monshi shey mu no ebe no bi atimi aka say me na me kura tumi krata NL de dia ma me say metimi operate.
I just say board nko. It's a board nko. No man me kura mra na wa say. Nti me ma me kotu na wakasa wakan. Na man fo nyina e dey ehun how e be see e be ya public education. Cause the bia no let's understand one thing. There's a day for accountability. Public service is a day for accountability. And therefore, it to be shown someone. Say, and now they say that show something. You can be some. Debi. So them running a juma. Now we said they will be taking the public interest into account. Publicly say that in NIMAKO on board, more regulatory and the space no. Omo kuchaloto ni wie no. Omo di loto no. Omo di ya ni pa no ebi okoya di pa na underground because a big win. Went me entry. Where do they go?
You NLA.
NLA. Nipa no only lines operate.
I don't mean to no. Because
complain by no. They didn't show you any licenses at all.
In fact, they showed some documents. Dominic, back
okay.
on the way.
Oh, we have for to say. We are now then
for instance.
So let me continue to go through the process.
Allah ba johe ba ku bi amachro.
Okay.
Ba ku bi amachro has say. 300,000. That's National Lottery Authority. Investment company. 300,000 Ghana cedis only. Part payment of private lottery operator registration fee. Now, Bakwa Saba, 300,000 Ghana cedi only. Part payment of private lottery operator license fee Act 722 year 2024.
More, why are they? The way your payment what year you make a payment. A payment you are you must be issued with a license. And there are conditions for the grant of the license.
So utuani different, and your grant amount is different.
Exactly. Oh my, na kwa so ope friend say DVLA driver's license. Ukwa so wetuaka anamboa.
Utuye no nche when you zaka krata.
Dabi.
Go be background checks bi say.
E be hwede bi na wo kwa ka kura wani kura nya adwuma.
Usumeka shey no.
Anabi o minor. Anabi ka kura mpo kura ya ban for drink driving. How can they give you a license?
Na moti mo me tie me wan sense na mo je me sense ka no.
Na but that is why you make an application as an entity, not association. You make an application as an entity.
Ankrankra
ajumakuo
na
enyekuo
ekuo ni timi mind block.
Ekuo bia ni hwa waba se open license we NLA. Obi obabia no license in the name of a company, not in the name of association. You make in the name of your company. You make an application. You apply we are. Then the board will determine the fee you must pay. And the board will determine whether you have actually fulfilled the conditions for the grant of the license. I said my license. Two say conditions now, conditions now. We can't give you license. So now let me backtrack a bit. And first board between we, you know. And now your tax scale, the legal compliance and licensing committee, chaired by Mrs. Helen Ziwu, Solicitor General of the Republic of Ghana, on the committee, the SG. So Omunko Tenasi, now drafted a license for all these companies, if I'm right. Board, no? And in so doing, you know, they must also engage all the PLOs. The Pacho. When I call DVL, so called license, kwa. That DVL, if one after say, why open license, no? Brandani and Begage. Now, conditions that they might want, you know, discuss.
No, regulator, don't discuss it. Or fulfilling the conditions, not the Palma.
And then let you regulator
on Asempa FM.
The center operator.
But all accepting an illegality that has been entertained for all these years.
The fact that Ubia Bonena a Chamun doesn't mean say, Gary Makoma Choboni so. Me a lawyer in the first place. Me a lawyer, or my same see, not same way see when you know the qua. Because a guy know or a butcher, I want to say we see what did he do? The public question me, what did I do? And therefore I have to correct any wrong that I'm seeing there. Now, NCA balance with NCA for condition for the grant of NCA license. I demand radio station. My hello kaya. I feel if you be na NCA for close radio station. So no Okroma say they didn't renew the license. So no Okroma. I was a lawyer for NCA in all those cases.
No, said to me, no.
Yes, and all the stations that fought the cases, they all lost the cases.
They go move to me.
They were to me no. Say yes, I did. Obunya lusuye. Lawyer ni na afiaso. We hear solicitor's license from the General Legal Council. You know, coach say legal council say, "Oh, now they to me coach almost say, hey, maba, these are my terms. I'm never say more for my license. They be the GSC have their own regime there. I'm with the license. In the legal year, no. Now could you be scared of the bonibi? In the legal year, no. Now could you have the bonibi banner and the license? You can't practice the next year. I'm not here to pa. But bank license are the same way. Every institution be my license be no the conditions for the grant. The same way NLA Act, no, and the condition for the grant of a license. Now listen to what happened. Let me take you over now. Look at your board and say there be. You 2 minutes years hard here. Name me say we engaging board. If say board no engaging board.
Get on the board.
Yes. I don't know. License am we ho adwuma. Committee headed by Mrs. Ziwu. But taxi must say, go and meet the PLOs. Meet them, operators, meet them. Have a meeting with them and get their input into the license. Get their consensus into the license. And also chairman, Yati, and Omokoye. And they met them. Omushia Omono, and now Omunina, Omomba, no, headed by one company. I don't mention the name. If the company brings itself, I will mention the name. One the dear Nimu, and Omina Koshia Omo. Omo share board no a meeting, a woman put by here, almost see that be, and I for the car, and then we say, and then somebody that's about back to the board. If you want, I see, we are Jatumu, we are Jatumu, we are Jatumu, we are Nintumu, Yanitumu, Musan Chokom back, say, Musanya another engagement. They went back again to do another engagement again with them.
This time you're dealing with association.
Association, no munina obiaba. So when they came, the last one, and I, Ome who said there is a final draft of what has been mutually agreed.
Omunyina jetumu.
Omunya jatumu. Omaye. Anti, Oma fixi meeting. Say me yemra, sign license no. And I me koto be coach. I me bomb me tie. Say me koko sign license no. Me do hono mo. Yes, say license no. PLS for no letter ban or panel say. Omo come lawyer ho now they can't come and sign the license. After they have come to the boardroom,
one and then omo kan omo jitu say omo be sign that day how they say.
PLO for no nyina the board committee on legal licensing and compliance.
They be having that interaction.
Yes.
And omo jitu mu.
Omo jibiatu.
And omo fix a date to sign.
A date to sign. And I'm going to paper in Breme. We go through, you know, looking at my legal license, no, from the other side, no. I didn't see anything onerous or anything illegal in the document. In fact, there were certain terms, sir. The NLA has pushed back so much. I want to hear grandpa. But say NLA grandpa. I said, "Mudu mutuminu na check telephone." I'm saying yes, because they have been illegal for a long time. No? Bend backwards and allow them the space. Then regularize it. We are. Then they all come under regulation. Now, licensing regime, and then we can move forward. I feel, Mama, and I'm saying, hey, what is going on? So we went to the board meeting. None of them, not even one company came. Not one company came
on the agreed
on the agreed day and date. Not one company came.
But they gave reasons why before.
They sent a letter on the morning of the board meeting. Say, Omo come lawyer.
But all these were not more engaged when they act on their behalf.
They come there. Chris, were they bringing in any lawyer to the place? Yes, they said and Chris was part of the meeting. Director legal acting was part of the meeting. Okay? Now, on the morning of my mother let it buy and someone could give a lawyer. Says, all this while, what has been going on?
That's the question I'm asking.
The board will say with contempt. You can tell how Obiasio. So we took a decision. Say, I think the board will take it for granted. And so therefore, you have moratorium. 10 years per hour. These are the stages we are going through. To be patient with them, to engage them. Up to 1st of August, moratorium. Selma Madia, then we have no means but what? Enforce the powers of the board. From, I think, the August. Of August.
Okay, so that one money in each number of breaks. Okay, yeah, maybe na community na I enjoy. Yeah, man, go see August no.
O man, o mu free me ho na me yeah, o mu nya sa notification na happen. Say o mu ehun say afedi board no ni ya bre say e be bite no. Na mu begin so mo hear phone calls. O mu hear phone calls to places that be. So
on a simple
NIMAKO on the board. I engage ye. Tell you, man. And there is the obvious lies that they are peddled around the place. On the board, they never engage us. We are not aware of any document. Almost every side document. I'm saying, huh? And they have board minutes capturing all these proceedings there. They are board minutes. The committee board meeting and the minutes are there.
Those minutes are there.
They are there. The committee meeting, they are there.
Members are more represented association.
And you sign, they are all there. And all those people, and one of them who he went somewhere to go and tell somebody, say, me engaging or no, he was part of all the meetings. How do you go and tell such a lie? Okay, fast track forward. Because okay, Sadia. Penny friend, penny phone say, if I next meeting, which is
Nadia and Mamma could issue this 10 a crata about.
Now, but try me, but
the many are making comes.
Why public service is you? Edumade, but you see, you must have some level of temerity to do the kind of work. People try, they want to try you and push you to the wall to see whether they can really, but easy. Now, this our last meeting. We also now, because the say, this is what we are going through. We say, Gary, say we go through there, then it is wrong for them to do what they are doing. And so therefore they must not come for the meeting. And I'm saying this is what we are going through. So they must come to the meeting if they have any further concerns to raise or may raise it. And as a matter of fact, when we went for that meeting, the subsequent meeting after that, they were okay. I entered the meeting with a very big sadness and a very big disappointment because I felt Obia, you begin board Juma with engagement, board Juma with consultations, board Juma with discussions to get your input and your buying. The Lord didn't say you should come and get your buying, but I said no. You must get a buy-in of all the PLOs, of all the collaborators. Engage them. They are businessmen. Engage them. No, they don't know their problem and their difficulties. I mean, engage them. Now they are now taking my for granted, because now you are engaging us. No, they will rather license for us, and they will sign themselves.
But let's engagement. No, Makoka say by a crony in the form. And here they are coming a lawyer for more Kinkai. A jury Samosa may bre because a lawyer for say Bakum Unibishimoa. Ya here near the Sako Shakratana.
The last meeting on Bayano. I'm Casumuina Bayano. They came with a lawyer who came there and said, "Oh no, who did brief on the senior." And the senior the money they will have because no meeting us. And to know the to buy representative, and they were there with all of them. They were all there. They signed their names. And almost on buy and almost okay. They say, Crano, Sikasam, I can't want some no. Book of I say by 200,000 no. A man in form almost 3 by 50,000 Ghana cities. You see, they are writing their own license. They're writing their own license. Revenue share no. I see a GGR no. I see a where I feel the on per flat rate. Yes, on per flat rate. On the flat, yes, I get to I fed here, Bako. Now, I will say a man of 10-year license because we could post machine over 3,000 machines. Here, machines are which are Udumurica at the other paper. And manual, Umurica. You agree, say a man of 10 years license. Okay, with other conditions, airflow conditions. I fed you no buy or say I fed here. Nini ano munu bi manual dia ene e wono no on pay efene say obo plug into a system ni biem na mum also pe manual na me say you know say wa woni post machine no kura no already minya maye kura no they are giving them 2 years moratorium to get the post machines because there's a gradual process. Say they should all migrate from manual to post and then so you're going online. Minya my no and I spy. Mission buy no okay, fine. Any money here. Let us not idea no man say as a rocket science say we crown pona manual license for 2 years effective August. For 2 years. I fed here on by our mind, my father didn't want to catch what if. Catch what if. On by as part of the recommendation with the brain. Almost license no, and shall say 2025. On my head, which means say they are telling us say they want to stay illegal for the whole year.
There be for the year 2024, you know, one person practice an illegality.
Yes.
Now, more rectifies that illegality in 2025.
Yes.
I'm reason here, dear.
almost this year ashe. This year asa. No this year na asa almost asa no. This year no say omahene say china udu no to china. Na ba kwent ni ntua. Na so enforce how you going to enforce it?
So proposal or revision for revision. The Globe proposes that the commencement date should be January 2025, and further that 2 sets of clauses labeled 70 should be renumbered to avoid confusion. Huh?
Na omahene, how do we sign license ne? Na license na yes sign ma no. We say license no enye 2025 mo. This year no. What license are you using to operate? And I asked them. The receipt is not licensed. What to receipt that omahene kai we so kan. Well, come so tie phone nyina hu. Na mo
I say we dey kwase ka. Go through all this.
Omahene, you see, I am ya, and I feel a stab in the back. Say I did all these engagements with them, especially 2 or 3 of the companies.
I'll follow to Kawana.
Omahene okaho. What did kai?
Ono na onti God the understanding be amenya so ono na onti clause bi ase a man mo say instead of 10 man 2 no.
Ya ka say man 2. Yes, say, or no, say, or 3,000 post machines. If you want to make us, I will indicate it. And I say, fine. It means that gradually you are going online. Because 3,000 post machines here, and also, why are they pa? And I see a building wall. Yes, you're more than a question, said there will be a question. I said, but also a building one other companies.
So the intent for Alpha 2 was that more building like a stronger force.
That is the intention
in the industry.
Exactly.
Because that was it's still the intention, oh?
Oh, now I don't know. Now you see. Now you see.
Hold your brief.
Now hold on. Now you see. Now you see. Omoba say, Afaka ho. On the day ni mu say. Ni no mo eye manual dia. And on for 2 years ni bi. Manual no dia. You want 2 years. Nemum. And this is a caveat. Nemum. Ope say. EKOSIISEN. You build 10 years ni bi dia. For condition and terms no who did you know let's say capacity I wait me say wait me meet condition about board na board by so and we say wait me meet not meet that is all.
Okay, so lawyer atukonia lotto operators no lawyer atukonia ewe ma ha na ho ye
me ho ye o me ye
danyame ase enti ewe ye nkomo aye di no efa eye obusuafo a wugina omanam o mrafa mu ede pote ne mo hawo pacho we a lawyer for emudia operators nyina.
We are lawyer for 18 companies under the Lotto Operators Association.
Okay. And you know also a lawyer for 18 companies, no? A Lotto Association.
Because I'm asking this question because a lawyer has appeared before the board. Okay, specifically just about a week ago, saying so what did for Martin Pebu. One a lawyer for the entire association.
So you want to be sure?
Yes, because if he's a lawyer for 18, and somebody says he's a lawyer for all of them, which is which? Okay. So let me clarify the instructions so that we know who we are dealing with.
So hold your brief. Clarification, Kakra. Here, what will be your response to this one?
I am a lawyer for GLOA, the association.
Okay, so lawyer for the association.
Made up of 18 companies.
Made up of 18 companies.
For GLOA.
Okay.
No, you see the confusion. I'm saying that a lawyer has appeared before the board with all the association members. Okay? And then introduce himself. I don't mention the name here. Say, or would it be from lawyer Martin Pebu as represent the entire association? Now you are saying you're a lawyer for the entire association. So have they disengaged the other lawyer?
So that we're not sure who to deal with now.
Because we don't now look at the confusion. Because when did you get instructions?
Okay, Patrick,
yes.
The question that you are asking is immaterial at this stage. What is important is that they are represented by counsel. As to who I am and what I do for them is between me and them. What is important is that lawyers can be engaged for different aspects of an assignment. My assignment is to come today to listen to you and to give appropriate responses for what you are saying. So if you want my locus, this is the locus.
I don't think the instruction is clear. As far as we are concerned, the lawyers we know on record, 4 Glower is Matipebu. So we don't know them.
But Mushishem will be a lawyer
at any time.
Yeah.
So when did he assume instructions?
So I don't see your problem.
Let him indicate when was he appointed as a lawyer?
Okay, so lawyer, Maninya simple, my lawyer took on ya a very bad normal FAO say, but I bid you on me or what you for. I
was engaged last Tuesday.
Okay. So you engage you specifically say Fab Bayadian Ewo or Mushishem.
I have been their long-standing lawyer, but I fell ill, and I consulted if I was all right, and I told them that, well, I have recovered a bit and I can deal with the issues, and the matters have been before me for years. I can deal with them. So I don't know why the locus of the lawyer should be of paramount importance to Gary when the issues are there to be addressed.
Lawyer, clarity is very important.
We are not in the courtroom. Let Gary know. We are not in the courtroom.
But lawyer, clarity is key because what my answer and Tias, lawyer Gary
that is why I have given you who I am and what I am doing.
So what are the issues?
And of course, my number was given to you because your institution was informed that I am the lawyer who is going to speak to the matter.
The lawyer guy in Nimako is not privy to that, so that's why you can't fault him on that.
He can't be privy to that because my appointment doesn't emanate from him.
Okay, so let's not even go back and forth on this matter.
If I have to go to NLA, then I have to be duly be presented to him. Then you have reason to ask the question he's asking. I'm not before now.
Lawyer,
we are not at NLA.
Lawyer Atukuni Ampacho, I'm sure he has solutions to challenges are ever up in China.
That is why I'm here. By where he's starting off, it's not the right way to go. We are running a business, so we are not in politics.
You're running a business. That is an illegality.
The business is not illegal. They have paid licensing fees and they have refused to issue them licenses. Let's start from the beginning. I want to debunk some of the statements that Gary has made in the studio.
Very well.
I heard that he started by saying that payment for license is not the license, but payment is a condition for the issuance of the license. That is one thing he must know. I do not fault him if the issues are becoming complex because he's been engaged with this matter from March. And I forgive him if he misunderstands me. But NLE, you have duly licensed them to operate for the year 2024 from January to December. If you invite them to come and negotiate contracts and tell them 1 year's contract begins from August, you are doing an illegality because the year has not ended. The receipts that they have says the licenses paid for the year 2024 and 2024 has not elapsed. They are still in the operating year. So if you want them to renegotiate a contract for the ensuing year 2025, you must set the appropriate time. Somewhere further around October, November, December is going to be busy fine, so that they are licensed for 2025. So if you tell me that the institution has taken licensing fees from them for 2024, and you are saying that they are operating illegally because you haven't issued the paper certificate, that is erroneous.
Lawyer,
you are holding their money for an operation for which you want to issue a certificate, which you haven't issued a certificate. How do you blame them for not being licensed? And so you are holding their money that they have paid in the name of the license. Oh, and then I meant to ask you, what your musika, ukro musika besine? Their contract is to start from January to December. You do December. We'll see, you have a new contract for them for 2 years, 5 years, and 10 years, starting from 1st August 2024. That is an illegality. Companies work full years to know their turnover, to fulfill their obligations, and know what to do and plan for the next year. It's a mid-year. if you ask them to come and sit to negotiate for the next year's contract, you are shifting their focus from operation to something else. And immediately after signing, they have to pay you another licensing fee. It is not fair.
Okay, so lawyer to Pacho next issue.
I think what you cannot say. You pay your registration fees.
They have paid licensing fees. The receipt are there.
Please.
There is registration, there is licensing fees.
If you may,
we can't use illegality.
Please, if you may indulge me in a civil way, I will do so. Okay.
Okay. So, my money degenerate to that point. More mrafo.
Yes.
It's my own say the mrani si chere. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Lawyer to kunya me srel bebre. Ma lawyer guy ma correspond to issues now or raising no about back for that conversation. Yeah.
Yo.
Amine. Utia registration fee, Utia licensing fee. Now let me take it to section 7 of the Act. Grant of license and fee. The board shall. I is taking too much noise in my ears.
Okay, so maybe
within 21 working days after receipt of the application, grant license to the applicant if it is satisfied that the applicant has satisfied the conditions required for a license. That is A. The conditions for the grant of a license. License in the WIFA. There are conditions stipulated in a license that you are going to sign, which you must satisfy those conditions.
Board in the because and
the board is going to determine that. Yes. 2. You see, when people are talking and they are talking without the law, it's unfortunate. With all respect to anybody talking. Pay the license fee. That is 2. Pay the license fee. And any security deposit required to be paid. And no wafer. License fee and any security deposit required to be paid. 2. The license fee shall be returned by the board and shall be published in a gazette. So what sign license now? And all these are conditions in the license. What sign license now? How do you say by just paying your registration fee and license fee, you have a license? And I say the board is engaged in an illegality. What is the illegality? The license that come and sign the license, so what you do money, also must sign license, no. So this advice is giving them as a lawyer.
EKOSIISEN on Asempa FM.
The law is clear here. I'm not the one saying it. It is here. Take it and read it yourself. It is clear here. Have they gone through all these requirements?
If your language is not refined.
Okay, Pacho.
What you are, it's an illegal.
Me Pacho, I'm sorry, sir.
You see, I think if you want us to say we are not doing politics, we are doing business. Are you saying that what we are doing politics?
That's inference, no.
That's what he's saying.
Business. Are
you saying that we are doing politics over there? We are not doing business. There's a law that regulates what we should do, and the law is here.
We are going by the law.
By the law. It is here, and you are a lawyer, and you are there to know the law. And when they come to your office, that's how you interpret the law to them. There will be confusion, obviously, because the law, as it's said here in black and white, that you must satisfy the conditions for the license.
License,
board no any determine license fees.
Asempa FM.
Now, I will say Oba now apply to the DG. Who apply to the board direct. To the board
director general.
To the board through the DG.
Okay.
Yeah, they also only an interface be.
Yeah.
But you go to the board through the DG. Me na buy ya, me interface at Yadiaba. I may just say be direct engagement with the operators. So what you say? Now, what the bar? Now what fellow form? No, what you are with also to
refundable or not refundable?
It can be refunded to you. Obviously, let me license we pay.
But see, step by step. Don't go 40. Because no one from license. I'm the fiscal bank.
So they can give your money back to you. Obviously,
I don't understand what you
now. Please, can you start
Pacho, money we need some more. But what's the question? Me say, me my ba. Wadaruma. Mr. Aha. Kwemu maba. Kwabna Santi Lottery Company. Listen, Beji license or NLA. Say me demenye.
Obaya. What fill form? Na afi. What the sika ose uchiano. What you are now license biya and the mawa. There are conditions for the grant of license biya. This be the say oko offense DVL. There are conditions for the grant. Lawyer worker say the license to practice law. There are conditions with it. So we are suspension. You can't get license to practice law in Ghana for the year. You can't. There are conditions here, which I'll go there. They are in the law. I'll go there for you. Now we are what your license fee no, and any secret deposit be also because and then I bet me ama tell you, bia no be the lotto. No one thing me Ujane. They come to NLA. We are the fallback clause to help them.
Because minimum now do license agents have
fallback. Now either an insurance or a bank guarantee. It's the license which you must sign. And give the NLA that document. And what if my license don't sign license my how then do you say
license be
anyhow and then the license fee shall be determined by the board.
So who determined that kind of mutiano?
You determine
the previous ones not mutiano. Why they determine here?
EKOSIISEN.
The name one
now about you are saying the what they determine
the board obviously determine the money for them to pay. So if you have paid or you have paid registration fees and you have paid registration fee with your license fees, so what training in okay? The next stage you say, oh baba, now the conditions attached to the grant of your license.
And she said that one said to me the license now.
Exactly. Which you must fulfill and meet. We are then yes, your obligation, yes, you no one sign it. Not the put now so the man, which is a fallback clause. No, I said, we do not talk.
No one
trying to car. I was said, Saturday, no, and no, you heard any chain upon the cannon. It did not actually be trying to car because we do not talk.
Okay, so
call has been put on hold.
It's a problem, you know.
The call has been put on hold. Please wait.
It is not come here say. So the class that I treat away na Kata Bay and now NLA for no idea assign and this is a license that you have issued. License the BDA for my hand.
Mammy mus hey a book more. Okay, so Mammy Musa Laconia. Laconia Pacho so Laconia also. Pacho Darma Fide ya church require me first a year license every NLA ho. And then a house is say nipa 18 na ujina my name no on be go through that process no.
Yeah, I want to say guys see you na you know what Jessica. I won't fault him. And yet he say why you are being say that this your musica. They think say no be more license na enter no. What steps did you take? Say, almost apply for license and pay fees of 500,000, which is not refundable. Did you make them understand that before you took the money? And no nine proposed contract now woman de ma woman. Now one more concerns about it. Because the construction of the contract is such that it doesn't favor them. So we share commencement, which is clause 4. On their receipt, almost say January to December 20.
EKOSIISEN on Asempa FM.
It say mid-year, August 1st, what side did before for say they should come and pay for another contract starting from the mid-year to the next year. Secondly, clause 5.2. One more say one month say one more here, and the young wage. Now what you are bank. Now more the revenue sharing at the boom. You are not a shareholder to invest in private local businesses. Why are you demanding 20% of their profit? Those are commercial arguments outside the law. And no more say, you know, you are a competitor in the market space. NLA is not just a regulator. You also operate. So if you are taking 20% of their gross revenue, 20% of gross revenue, what they call it, and then the year more members. Laws have to be made to govern businesses the way businesses are run. You cannot mechanically govern a business and regulate them the wrong way.
EKOSIISEN on Asempa FM.
What's in the gross revenue? 20% on from NLA. On saying NLA competing in the market. Now on saying so empty for the corporate social responsibility of NLA, which will increase 10% every year. Which regulator does that? Meanwhile, you have indemnified NLA from the risks and losses of these private companies. If you have indemnified yourself from their risks and losses, why are you entitled to 20% of revenue after they have paid you for registration and licensing? And then I want to ask you, almost say, yes, area or no. Now you are treating then we go forward. I say, buy no, Mokoye draft, their concerns were not in it. And our country will say, near your coach, ye can, any crack I will. And to move far, Uncle 7 million sign because they are private companies, they have boards. If they come for meetings, they have to go and inform their board. And the boards have to guide them to make decisions because every decision has a financial implication. Oh, corporate social responsibility. Why is it increased 10% every year? It is a voluntary contribution because you put it in the what? In the social causes fund. Why are they taxed to do that? Is it also a fee? Oh, what is the second one? They won't understand. Some of you shall say, are there a young corporate social responsibility? Now, Momo dear, what do you like since you are? Yan sign make you come from Momo. Now, Momo dear. Say a boca, yan a yafa. Now, say a year, Juma, yanti and fast walk around, yanti 20%, yapa we are most certainly operating in the same market. So this contract is not fair for any commercial business.
Okay.
And they have ignored their concerns. You called them last week Wednesday, and I would the final draft way with the money. And they told you, sir, they have to consult their boss because ISIC Assembly or board in the TSA. Whatever they have to find the money for the next licensing year, they will find it. On second Thursday, got message on Wednesday, they got it on Thursday. Monday was a holiday. 7 days no crime. You are insisting on Section 10 to publish in the papers there. These 18 companies are unlawful. That the public should not deal with them. As a good board chairman, is this how to encourage the growth of your sector?
Okay, Yama lawyer guy NIMAKO.
Is this how you operate?
Okay, so
an industry by protecting your income and leaving the rest to suffer, and you don't care?
And it's not that he doesn't care. You also need to understand, maybe your free bands.
We need to do this carefully because the type public service boards we have in this country, they create problems for the sectors that they look after. And this is a typical example. Omahe Busa who said, And then every time during the third year of any government, there is agitation between NLA and the operators. They have up to December to close their books. Why are you committing them to sign the contract in August for the ensuing year? And the tenure starts from August this year to that period. Meanwhile, their licenses that they have paid for start from January to December, and you are asking them to pay in August for the next year.
Okay, who
does that?
Who
does that?
You know, sometimes I think if you speak from a misinformed position, you misdirect everybody. Or speaking from a very ill-informed and misinformed position.
How is that possible? Or church and us, because church
you are not in my mind. I'm speaking to the fact available to me. The
fact available to you, no?
What makes you say that?
Please, can I help you?
Okay, let me help you.
You don't have to help me. I'm making my case. Make your case.
Then you're not helping yourself. Listen to me.
Make your case.
We can't use regulation.
Make your case.
You must note that.
Yeah.
You will meet your
private companies don't use public funds, so you can't have access to their funds.
Lawyer could you Pacho management Pacho Otil. Oh, Debbie, please. Be Pacho.
I know more Kenyan.
Why is the board chairman in the radio station? But descending into management, that's what I should tell you. You are descending into management, and it's not helpful for governance.
Lawyer to Kunya,
let your directors who are in charge of operations do that.
Lawyer to Kunya, Mr.
You shouldn't be where you are.
Lawyer to Kunya, Mr.
Board chairman don't go to radio station.
Lawyer to Kunya.
He has already descended into management.
Lawyer to Kunya, Mr. Pacho, don't go.
What are we insinuating? What ill information have I got to put out? I'm speaking to facts that I have. Speak to yours.
Okay. Before I speak, my man found clause 5.20. 5.2. But your kind of 5.2. 5.2. It didn't kind of. Okasano, so I say, yes, you have a revenue share of 80-20% and
okay, so notwithstanding clause 5.1, the PLO shall make monthly payments of 50,000 Ghana cedi to NLA commencing 31st August 2024 and shall pay the relevant amounts due on or before the 10th day of the ensuing month. Well, as you say, yes, PLOs no. Bosumi bia no betua sika 50,000 Ghana cedi. Ebe chance ama NLA. E chance the 31st of August 2024. Na oma say tua sika bia ehia say omutua eye bosumi ebe ewo anim no ne de toso edu.
This was agreed at our last board meeting with the PLOs.
Omujitu.
It was this was our agreement with them. Let them say what we're ill-informed.
Yes, facts now I available to me speaking to ill-informed the way. Na me nim we na say bia cause me ill-informed. E de me nim na me ne wo kasa fa. E bia say bia anyway they mark to your notice.
For no. E be ne be meeting no. Ye di ada ye negotiation e wo dem ho no. Ebe do 50,000 Ghana cedis. And we actually.
But me person be kase no onim de oka. O say de onim no na no kan ti bia say bia additional information.
That be bahine. You know because I say well misinform the public no because meeting no makoko ye. Akwa trust akoko ye. Aye nyina ya agye atumu. Aye ne ko paper so. Mo say paper ni ye. Na me chere we. Paper ni ye. When I'm saying I'm advice, is you want to advising on this one or different advice? He is talking about revenue share Please, I can't be him.
And the 5.2. Notwithstanding clause 5.1, the PLO shall make monthly payments of 50,000 Ghana cedi to NLA commencing 31st August 2024 and shall pay the relevant amounts due on or before the 10th day of the ensuing month. Until after August, September, the 10th day, don't be no.
50,000 Ghana cedis. And yet, the okay kind of account has seen license and also no. The what come with you other than now.
I shall make him
a be a trader than now. Sebi, a be almost uncommon license no. And I'm buying me, should you more. Isn't a new thing? The license is time from January to December and continue for the next 1 year.
Only had the phobia.
That be because you are not a license, no. That's why when he's talking, I'm saying that he's missing from the public.
It may from so say, Majo Musica, a chess license, no more
musica, no. Osanka license. Maba.
That is not the position.
Maba. You say, we have license, no. Me buy no, you ain't cracked at all. Oh my God. Yes, but never sign it. So already we say. Council, attention. What you are doing is really unethical. I am talking. I'm talking. You're not talking at the same time. Why can't you make here? So what I say? So what you say? You say money and say license no. I am from January to December. January to December. So until I and then oh please don't judge my thoughts. I'm not gonna mind you. And then they are saying say
January to December. January to December.
Yeah, license yellow renewal. A yellow renewal. You must renew. What I say now, almost say, almost ready to migrate to the post machines. So we are saying that those who are not ready to go to the post machine, we are giving you 2 years license, January to December of this year. Next year, January to also December for 2 years. Okay. Now we are willing say, we use post machine. Now you're willing to set up a longer term of the license there. Bring a proposal to come and see the DG, and then you can get a longer license. I know a different matter altogether. Now, Latu with the Kasara was it good courses? One tell you which are good courses. When you are reading section 2.3 of the NLA Act. Public 2.3. You just cannot call. You see, you just cannot call. And that's what be a boy as a good courses. And man, who can say yes, idea as a regulator.
There shall be conducted as part of the operation of National Lotto a lottery with the object of providing care and protection. There shall be conducted as part of the operation of National Lotto a lottery with the object of providing care and protection for physically or mentally afflicted, the needy, the aged, orphans, and destitute children.
So what's your good question now? How will NLA by itself generate money to pay this, to provide for this care? So it's a good question no, and how will NLA by itself generate money to take care of the weak in society?
You are an operator. You are not just a regulator. You are an operator. You are an operator,
regulator. The law say go to Parliament for an amendment.
So you
the law makes us an operator and a regulator.
So two.
And that is why we are saying, sir, it is not competitive for you to be in that.
The law has made it so.
You can't compete with them, take their money, and still impose hardship on them.
Please. You see,
you should also know that any law that does not stick to protect the interests of those
they gave me action. The new commission is only a regulator. The new commission only player in the industry. But we are a regulator at the same time we play in the industry. Then Act 772 made it so. When someone tells you, go to Parliament for an amendment of the law. What do you say? What do we have? That's the law we are operating now. We have regulators in the industry, and that we will not see that power to the operators. We will see that power to the operators. It's about advise them well, because the way you are going about the advice you are giving them, clearly you are advising them, and I'm telling the truth to you.
Be the regulator.
We come on, man, licensing fees and commission payments.
Yes.
Upon payment of a licensing fee of an amount of 500,000 cedis.
Okay, free.
5051. So it's under licensing fees and commission payments.
Page 4.
Yeah.
Page 4.
So upon payment of the licensing fee of an amount of 500,000 Ghana cedi, 300,000 of which NLA acknowledges.
You are really a different thing.
That's a different
thing. Let him speak. Let him speak. He's asking a question.
That's not it.
I am showing you the paper that they have to decide. That is here. Can't give any catch up.
So this is not real.
You are throwing things in the air that is not a reflection of what is the reality. Can't wait or more.
So licensing fee and commission payments.
Acknowledge his thoughts.
So what
he can seek information from
another licensing fees and
don't interrupt him.
I'm not an authority when it comes to some of these matters. I'm at a learning stage.
That is why he must really allow you to ask your question.
Oh, Debbie. On the original name, he's been part of the case.
Revenue share. Revenue share. When you are reading, Ghana cedis.
I don't know, but on express no, in your muscle. And I mean, okay, under this, I have this also here, and I'm asking a question on this.
What is the source of that one? I'm giving you the official paper. That's the official dom. It's the official paper I'm giving you.
Making one,
I'm giving you the contract they should sign. This is the contract. This is a contract. This is a contract. When you come and sign the document, and then they actually where the free, if you know what kind of say, the free.
I mean, you are directing him what to ask. Is that what you are doing in the studio?
That one he can't do that. Pacho Brem Leakuria. Leakuria Pacho Brem.
Yeah, make a mistake. You see, if we are regulating, it's been a long-standing battle, and we are saying that the law chooses to keep NLA as a regulator and an operator. So be it. But NLA as a regulator cannot capriciously enforce against the operators, who are commercial organizations running on private funds and not on public funds. Well, our laws do not apply retrospectively. You have made a provision to pay you 50,000 in the good causes fund. Why is this starting from August? We have already paid for the year. The year is from January to December. They pay whatever is required of them for the year. Why are you retrospectively applying that 50,000 from 1st of August? Oh, we have often assumed that regulation is simply get your way. Don't think about them. But your job as a regulator is also to grow your industry. It is when you become commercially profitable and viable. It is when you can also derive what's derived by way of your license. What they are saying simply is that the contract. Their contracts are supposed to start from January. And to say January to December, what you is licensed for that period. If you want anything to change in the subsequent year, negotiate that at the end of this year so that they know the new regime for the next year. But you don't come at them on the 1st of August to come and sign a new contract.
I could hear them say was one thing common I didn't say. The lawyer in NIMAKO say on say bibia. Bibia wa baby no eh practice akoswa what you sika unya license. Enti bra.
Obekaya. Sasemuti. Ya can want in the past of government. Yeah, that's okay. Because regulation of lottery in this country, and you probably find say, a free money be at here, but you must invest in lotto as a business practice. be able to make a profit. And when you are making your business decisions, you are making it in view of the market you are operating in. You have a competitor who is your regulator, who is taking so much from you. Your 20% of your revenue and the 844 is going down without any word that or show or anything. We don't regulate that way. What we are saying is this: that allow the operators who are paying you money to account for your work the space to consult their boards to be able to obtain the needed authorization so they can meet the licensing requirements for the next year.
Okay, so
you can't rush them into a contract when they are still within a contract.
So, Lawyer Tuko Mpacho, whether this has come to
you,
okay.
They want to me more than contract for whatever original contract.
But Lawyer Tuko Mpacho, has this come to your notice from the National Lotteries? The governing board of the National Lottery Authority at 8:46 meeting on Tuesday, 6 August 2024, resolved to inform the public that pursuant to Section 10 of the National Lotto Act 2006 at 722, the following companies have been licensed to operate lotto businesses in Ghana, and the companies are there. The Director General is hereby directed by the board to take immediate steps to clamp down on the activities of all unlicensed operators within the lotto industry forthwith. The public is hereby advised not to deal with any unlicensed lotto operator. It must be noted that dealing with an unlicensed lotto operator is doing so at the person's own risk. Has it come to your attention?
This has come to my attention, and this is capricious to say the least. And if you know a contract from January to December, he is still within his contract. So if you tell him that
contract ben up to December, contract ben.
For what? What did you take the money for? What did you take the money for? NLA has taken money from them. What was it for?
Okay.
Wasn't that the consideration for whatever you are doing with them? Oh, America, we should close our eyes and feel all concerned about the plight of companies in this country. So letter here we're publishing. Obi the contract from January to December. I wait to Mustika and Wadi. Now what's five publishers our crack more? It is malicious because what's saying the agreement?
EKOSIISEN on Asempa FM.
Board instructions remain in the company, are not published in the media for the public to consume. This is an instruction you have given to your Director General. It shouldn't come under your signature in the public space. You should not publish it in the public paper. That's what you are doing. A board chairman should not be sent into management. What is your interest? Why are you trying to... The 8 companies that you have published, they are in good standing. Are there no companies who are less than 4 years old? Are they all not politically connected? You have to speak the truth.
Now, Lawyer Tukudia, Obekam Mrana say, oh, the man yourself for foreign commono. Emrana Woka. Let's stay within the line. And Mr.
It's misconceived and must be withdrawn immediately. Because somebody who holds a document indicating that he is permitted to operate within January to December, you cannot publish such a statement in August to affect his business.
What documents now? What document?
His directives to his Director General in the public space.
What documents now? What documents now? Addition currentia. Unya Kukuduka said they are holding a document. I said there's something binding between NLA and them. What document is that? Is it a receipt?
They have receipt issued to the company, and on the receipt it is that their licensing fees for the year 2024.
Okay, so I think
it's sad, you know. It's sad. I keep repeating myself, but I think
I feel very, very sad that we have put
sad that
board
because you see, You see,
doing something
the lawyer himself is dealing with the matter. He doesn't understand the law he's dealing with, clearly. I've maintained here, Section 7 has given the clear guideline how it should be done.
I don't need to spend anything from you, Mr. Portier.
If you go by the procedure, you make application to the DG, you come to the DG, you are giving the license fee or the registration fee to pay, you pay the registration fee, you pay your licensing fee, then you are given the conditions to meet, you come in and then you sign the license and it's issued and given to you. They can't check document to be a. Yes, I say, I'm talking about receipt.
La tukoni ampacho wade hye ni bikuta sa krata we bia na krata mi hu ai krata akokosa de ya ye di si obi asiso a ya sensan wase wade hye ni bikura bi
Mamika bi from the time of Mr. Samuel, NLA and operators took a decision that after they have paid the licensing fees, the license certificate will be issued to them. Why is it that in the 2 years that we have the Director General approached, he has received every licensing fees from them, and that certificate has not been issued?
But me besides, I say, as we are talking, on call for ni bikutasa krata yellow iwaha.
They have refused to issue it.
They have refused to issue. Which people? NLA?
Issue it, yes. Because why your license fees for 3 years and running? Why haven't you gone ahead to give them the certificate?
How do you give them the certificate when they have not come to sign?
Oh, so they've not even come to sign.
That is why they should come and sign, and they have not come to sign. Oh my, you go to the
you have been there last week. We are now in the public space.
You 200,000 Ghana cedis. You should ask them. Now in the contract now, 200,000 Ghana cedis. The kind of mama in Ashwa. As you pay Okasa, or find us to be a man, don't can't say receipt. Imagine 10.0.
He has inherited.
Last week, you know, 200,000. Send a here.
But Uti opening comments now. But Pacho, Uti opening comments now say, not only ho anawaba. It doesn't mean Pacho. Debbie, Pacho, or say it doesn't mean that Pacho, we are going to see them okay, or say no niho anasan she ekoso, but it doesn't mean that
you must do the work internally.
But Uti eboa me say Uti ni kasa o say na oni ho na san she we buy, but eno nkyere say oye mre nimfo na say sinto bia ba she ni mu a obaye hwe han because Debbie no he will be held responsible. It is a high now person obeyno and osimumra ma yin nkomo mo amoye industry players mo ma yin nkomo mo baba ko mo ba mienu mo intiasia ya adwuma akabra mo nyina mo de mo se ko hye krata ase mo ama eho na mo aba se neoma bi o krata no mo ntem ho ase yi enti mo sa akwaba. So the question is, all these while na mo engage no na himfo na age na mo nema esa engagement. Number 2, e de neoma na aba sa krata no mo mpese mo besan. Number 3, wo emremu no ukura sa receipt na enjiraze okuta to me krata finally ye license.
Yes.
These are the 3 things what baba can want
one responsibility is it to taking the money to issue the license.
But osimo mbra so mo besan so mo so mo mba.
It is Gary.
Yes, sir.
The issues are being confused. What be so I'm for
EKOSIISEN on
I was saying what to but in correcting it, it should not be punitive against those who innocently have fulfilled the obligation. Anything you are doing in the contracts that I have seen today are for next year. And you cannot use next year's rules to correct the rules of today. There is also a say. And she said, Pabia or one our person being the Juman betting. Study about January. If the notice is given and people submit applications, they will go through some routine here, apply, pay application fees. If the license is going to be considered, one after consideration, they tell you how much you have to pay to merit a license. All that can happen. But January to December, you cannot go back to tell them, say, what who say, Adiane in your papa, into a musical Mutiano, Ashimidia. They cannot begin to come and sign and prepare to pay for the next
Okay, so Lea Tukunia,
it is not right to do.
Okay, Lea Tukunia Mesro, you didn't come on the banner, Yanisa. Mesro, when need you say.
Money. Let me just say this and go. What NLA must do as the regulator is to allow the regulated entities time to consult their boards. Your timeline cannot be their timeline. And because we still have the year almost at the middle, immediately after the middle of the year, they still have time. Give them time. If you want to call them in November to discuss what has happened in the ensuing year, then you don't distract their focus. What you have done today by going in the media to publish that statement, you have injured their operations. And you don't reflect by taking those steps.
Okay, let us go to my Nasi with the Australian NLA. Let's just say, November, nothing. Let me say,
I'm telling the truth to you. And Sabi, as some I can't have any no. Oh, my, they see that I know I'm better. Me here at no. Me want to you. Me want to we.
So a boy, she say,
me want to we. As you can't watch that I know. Me da hujja de jana me change no god ni change hwe yes license I won sanka no I uchi sanka no brother be sane from ma ko because as it stands now no o ma hene they all don't have licenses omuni license ti asem bi license
here
they don't have license now ma hene we say as we speak now license bay and omuni adwuma. Can they point to a license? I'm not sure what they say. I say, Enra.
The receipt in your license.
Receipt one of the conditions to meet is a criteria. You see, you meet conditions. You pay your registration. You pay your receipt. Is a condition. You. The board determines that the license fee is this. Is a condition. Yeah. Whole Nina Mouse say. What be go to Nina? We are. What be sign it? Or my engaging board chairman. If you not quite say, 10 is a regulated entity, no. Now, no one sure said, but I engage you on the terms of a license. What's that? If an SID will say, I said I want to engage. Last 2 years, the record then say the then chair also gave the contract to come and sign. Same license to come and sign. Almost your crime, I'm a sacra. Almost your crime, sacra. That is the record at the NLA. Almost your crime. Me buy the complaints. The man didn't let them read the contract before coming to sign. That's why they didn't come. I'm so okay, no problem. For me, Mungo Kai.
Oh, the Momo.
Mungo Kai. This is that league. All the team in Chai. Mungo Kai. We are from Imputumra. What the choir? Nobody will put to buy. Through Alpha and no president, nobody buy. What the bar board need we a shame. So we are Yatum, we are Nintum, we are Yatum, committee chair. Back to the PLOs again. They took back to them again. They want to re-engage them again. Cross by cross. Not like Tiwana, they all can't cry any contract. Which will come once already so. Say as your information. It's not the contract. So what are you how are you advising them? What you are saying, no, it's not in the contract. It's not a license. It's not there. You say you are advising them. What are you advising them on? So what they are telling us, they say, "Your mom code this year without license, and not the Enyajuma." Enyajuma.
So, Omunimu be doing commerce.
I'm not sure about where is people.
Mama Sakonya Medaho.
Your mom code this year, no Munyajuma, no, without signing a license with the NLA. But Osaka be public, you know, and Enyajuma. Juma. Because yes, Anna, that's your mind. As a board.
That GLOA proposes that the commencement date should be January 2025, and further that.
No, how can we be 2024? We are in August. Now, see, my contract, no, any perspective to January 2025.
I said a lawyer, Nika say, "Okay, bring a money or movie this and come away among masses and Kratana."
A
Jumabiano,
a license fee is what you had that year. What you had that? What you had that? What you had that? We are not paying any license fee. So what you had that year? What you had that? No, you are not paying any new thing. But we must issue you with a license so we can regulate you.
So what's the way out of this back and forth?
Oh, yeah, issue is in the way.
Are you going by it?
We are now my hand now when we say God in NIMAKO meant me custom from my can I for more. Oh, but no, you're very resolved. Say these companies are the companies that now are licensed, which are regulated now by NLA. All the other companies are not known to NLA. Then the public must be aware. Caveat emptor. Say these companies, if you deal with them, you deal with them at your own peril. And the NLA has directed the chief executive or the director general to clamp down the activities of all the companies that are not licensed by the NLA. And we are not going to go back because the Omachiti board will contempt.
At least an opening, the last opening.
The contract now, a license over sign the crown. The terms in the crown are different in the Chilewo. Okay, different in the Chilewo. When their members have come to the boardroom together with the chair and the entire board, who does that? The entire board convene with all the operators in a room, in a bigger, what do you call the name of the place? The Lotto School. It's a big room. We convene all of them, and I presided on that day. The ministers are there, and we agreed on these terms step by step. The fee, we talked about 50,000 Ghana cedis, the 200,000 good consoles, 100,000. All the terms were agreed, and then we say next week sign it. Then the morning of the signing, another letter has come. Say you could be a lawyer. The lawyer who even does not even know the contract no crown, he read this different thing to you. Eh?
Okay, so 2 text messages. What by we?
That's it.
Can lawyer Gary NIMAKO help us with why I pay for a license fee and he's still insisting that I am not qualified to run as an operator? Emmanuel okay. When to say the point is that the private lotto operators cannot hold Ghana to ransom. Paying a license fee is not a license. Like Mr. Board Chair said, paying the fee is a prerequisite to getting the license. After all, processes including checking the background of licensee and other processes. When to Kofi and Adiwe Ede Abba. So the two.
I'm not hearing me. I mean, for Section 7 of the Act 722.
Me other lottery company will say
also grant of license and license fees. That's the heading. The board shall, within 21 days after receipt of the application, grant a license to the applicant if, and this is a condition, if it is satisfied that the applicant has satisfy the conditions required for a license. The conditions required for a license. Those conditions are in the license paper. They are inside here. That is A. And B, pay the license fee. That's the receipt he's talking about. And any security deposit required to be paid. And then fallback clause. The Chilebi with the lotto. Don't mean to ya. Number any complaint there. Yet me says can be 20 per corner. These people are operating with public money. Okay, many lotto public money. They can't tell us say for the year 2024 they want to continue to pay with that license. That will not happen. That will not happen.
But is it possible that Bobo BM Kakana Mono didn't come on BM? Ebiana or BM, some kind say, and yet we see your mind. What could DVL now Moko now no engage? What could I find say NCA and no engage? What could I find say Ghana can no engage? Why do people engage when is a go to Bank of Ghana? Bank of Ghana. Say open license to open bank. Engage you. Make one and see there be.
because they've been illegal all this while and they are comfortable in the illegal space. No, many you engage you on nipa. You know Montanasi. They engage you by clause. Every term in the contract here was engaged with them. Everything. And the lawyer comes to your show on wrong information to the public.
It was a fact available to him.
But he should have read it.
Available to him.
He should have read the contract. The draft one almost signed here. They should have read it and not come to your show to come and tell the public misinformation.
I don't know person who put to say I didn't want or say facts available to him. Maybe additional information are demanded. They are fine.
Wakaya. I go back who say you need the clients for you now. And you know extended boardroom near meeting. And you agree idea when you know. It's your call Juma Tuesday no. I was surprised to hear and see another letter. Say they are now going to convene another meeting on 20 something.
Okay, create a room. As a last, create that room. Now, acting legal, they also know what you say. Acting legal, oh, so wait a minute, create a room now.
Now, my name is a data legal and we're very efficient and effective. What do I say? I won't say, Mano, the Oyo Momo, no wishes. I don't quite what I was in the Revolution LI 1 1948. Regulation 222. What say? The board. What even the lawyer is saying? I mean, was it there? I'm engaged in the management. When you say board there, am I license? Huh? The management don't grant license to anybody. It's the board that grant the license, and I said the licenses. So when you make a channel, okay? Was it the board may grant a license only if it will promote the sale of a lottery game and B, it is in the public interest. Yes. Now say sebi who ye lotto ejuma. Now if you say in the public interest no, we need license no pretty. Now jipo public risika. Now this can now jipo public no no man. Now we need bibia asemba ho and no man yet come say twema asembra.
Wadaroma.
Asemba wi aka say na gari no to e boche man no to na mun license no mo ejuma.
Me akwa na meka.
Wo na meka wa ha? Twema da pa?
Ba wadaroma.
Say financial loss to the state.
Wadaroma. Once there's an admission.
Financial loss to the state.
Once there's an admission this afternoon say an illegality has been operating for all these number of years and you are trying to rectify the situation. I think it will be fair.
I've engaged them from May of this year. May, June, July, August.
All these months.
You know, me a very tolerant person. If you go and ask the people, the sports betting operators, they will tell you how me give me a gaming commission. Okay, I've engaged them May, June, July. We are now in August. So even the committee of the licensing committee, they feel say, Chairman Crown, we are being too indulgent because we keep going and coming, and then every day, they are now taking the pace to the board. That's the way they feel.
But this is EKOSIISEN Asempa. I personally wouldn't come and more open up kakra at least just some 20 days.
20 days. I don't have the mandate to do that. I'm not the board.
Director legal now say all
director legal only mandate be
also no mandate be
a board
the board the decision.
Where a board decision. We need mandate to change the board decision on the show. And board naka say we na me dem sign what the board has said. Sana board naka.
But so you teaching any board. It's wadaruma.
Omo who say we about bonten sabi they can take steps to engage the management.
Your doors are still open.
Oh, they are still open, obviously. I've maintained this over and over. And I told them the very first day.
So that impression that was so good, when you're correct.
Oh, who made that impression? If they are making that impression. Oh, there be. No mind him. Maybe buy. Look, I'm not the one to call anybody's business. But you might say, but some money musica. Not the money here as revenue. No, with their bro, man. They are national development. They be here for near one chilomo and they will be for near that day. Sanity, it's give and take. But they cannot take the board for granted. That's one I will not allow it.
But how does it come across as taking the board for granted?
Because May, June, July, August. And going back and forth on the same thing. And now that we have all agreed in the room, in a standard room, I now on a round table, I agree on all the terms. na you say you be say Tuesday ya enra na you bedu enra we 1 o'clock na say we the letter ban no panel say they are going to consult their lawyer for advice. And this is the lawyer they consult for advice. The lawyer who doesn't even read the contract that they are going to sign.
Oh, facts available.
And giving the public misinformation.
Please, you see a lawyer guide Mako.
Acting.
What provide information?
Very fair.
If who can fact,
Obi facts are available to him. As of the time he's talking.
So if
what is your problem? Additional information on the man. Additional information on the
man. You are using the word also facts available to him. And as a learned person, as a lawyer, what are the facts? The facts are the document that you have read. And you are advising your clients. These are the facts.
Okay.
So it won't facts now. Yeah, now the disputes are documents. No, the amount of the facts. So also one kind. Also one you may.
Chairman, we say.
Wait. Now my name is Barmin Quackate. I'm the Bahanoma. My family document.
But I'm happy that over more space, Kaka, your doors are still open.
Oh, I can assure you, our doors are open. And now, China, they can come.
No, back a Liga, no. You know, I'm surprised you. My friend says, what kind of panther is that? Oh, yeah, I just over space. But that was it. Okay.
Friendly, so very friendly.
4 minutes of 5. I am 94.7. They could see the chairman Kojo Boateng Matis on also Kasa on say no. Ebraso say ye ne chairman Kojo Boateng musu din kita ho. But ye be ko try ye ho aba. Ye ba na ya to so